What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Couch Talk. Today, we are going to get right into it. As the topic I did choose today is very much something I am going to try and keep surface level, but there is a good amount to it, even though I am trying to keep it surface level. So, like I said, I'm going to jump right into it. Today's topic is going to be burnout, like what it is, symptoms of it. There's this concept of quiet quitting that kind of plays into burnout. We're going to get right into it. So, for starters, kind of what is burnout? So, to keep it short and sweet, burnout is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by prolonged or excessive stress. So, burnout can pertain to family, can pertain to work, can pertain to friends, you name it. Burnout can kind of pertain to anything, kind of by that definition. So a couple of, or three symptoms that kind of tie into burnout. One is feeling drained and exhausted. This is basically just that overworked, not necessarily getting that recognition you might deserve, maybe not feeling like you're getting that pay you deserve. So that real drained, exhausted feeling, super real and part of burnout. Fatigue. This is something that ties into that feeling drained and exhausted piece. You gotta make sure you're taking care of yourself. That work-life balance is huge. And third, neglecting self-care is another massive one for burnout, and that's just basically like you are so neck deep in work that you can't even resurface, and you're just neglecting taking care of yourself as a whole, which you want to avoid that. So then, like I said, there's this also concept of quiet quitting that has been around for a little bit, but it's something that has really surfaced in the past couple of years. And what quiet quitting is basically, this is when an employee reduces effort without formally resigning. So it's basically doing the bare minimum, if not less than the bare minimum of what the job description or job requirements are. So some signs of quiet quitting, once again, this does kind of tie into burnout. Some signs could be not attending meetings, not volunteering for projects, arriving late and leaving early. These are just things that kind of are signs of, hey, like this employee might be feeling some type of way or not be feeling like it's the right role for them. So why do people quiet quit? And this is where it'll tie back into that burnout aspect and symptoms of it. People will quiet quit due to being overworked. This is a huge thing where I know me, if you've seen my transition out of college video, I very much talk about like getting a job and me actively pursuing a job or pursuing interviewing and applying. And I know one thing for me that I really want, being a younger generation in the workplace, is a good work-life balance. I don't think that you can produce your best level of work if you can't have a life outside of work, if you can't spend time with family, if you can't spend time with friends, if you can't do things for yourself for that matter, i.e. like hobbies or at the bare minimum just getting the right amount of sleep. Undervalued, that's another one. This is where maybe you're not getting the pay you want. You're getting that overworked aspect and you're getting paid terribly. So that kind of ties into that undervalued aspect. You really want to make sure, and keep in mind, this is just my opinion. I don't have a job right now, so it's just kind of my thoughts and my opinion on it. I feel like you definitely would want to make sure that you are in a job where you're getting compensated fairly, you're getting treated fairly, and you can kind of really gel and get along with your team. And I've brought this up multiple times, but bad work-life balance. That is a surefire way to get somebody to just quiet quit, burn out, leave, you name it. Because as mentioned, like you're not going to be able to produce your best work or be a pleasant person to be around if you can't enjoy your out of work time. So yeah, that, like I said, that was a real surface level type of definition, symptoms, ideas, opinions of it. I did a huge project on burnout and Gen Z for a graduating project in grad school. And like it is real. Yeah, it's super common in the if you're a nurse, high volume sales. Those are the two that I did a lot of research on and found that had crazy burnout. And nurses specifically, when COVID hit, that was a crazy time where people were just getting bombarded with shifts and feeling that burnout. And like I said, high volume sales too. Like I think there's nothing that needs to be said about that. You're on the phone all day trying to sell a product. Half the time you're not even making that sale. You're not even getting what you need. And it just feels like you're wasting your time. So do just keep in mind, this is coming from somebody that's post-grad, doesn't currently have a job, but did do some research into it in grad school. And yeah, so if there's more depth you'd like me to go into with this, I'd be happy to, because like I said, I did a whole graduating project on this and did some good research into it. But do just keep in mind too, as this younger generation of work, I know we really focus on kind of elevating our career as, I don't want to say as quick as we can. But yeah, don't let a company burn you out. Do research when you're interviewing for companies. Ask the right questions to really find out if this is going to be a company that's going to work you to like being burnt out. Because I like I said, I know our generation is really big on self-care, mental health, having that work-life balance, as well as our generation's huge on just like kind of spending a year or two in a job, then jumping to kind of get to where our end goal is. That's very common in this generation, from what I've seen from friends, from family that I've spoke with, from the research I've done. So yeah, that's kind of my take on what burnout is, symptoms of it, what quiet quitting is. If you have any more to add to this, please put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. If any of you guys are watching and are burnt out, dude, bounce. Do what you got to do to be happy. A job is a job in the end. One of the best pieces of advice that I've gotten about jobs too recently is that not only does the company have to be a good fit for you, but you have to be a good fit for the company. Like, do not forget that. Which is why I say do your research, ask the right questions during your interviews. That goes a long way, and it also shows the company that you've like really put some time into wanting to work for them. So yeah, that's my spiel on burnout. As always, we do the quote of the day. And my quote is, I'm sure people have heard it, but it's, if you can dream it, you can do it. It's from Walt Disney. I really do think, like, if you have a goal, if you have an idea, just do it. I know for me, doing this little like podcast, YouTube rant channel thing, it took me forever to like actually get started. I had talked about it for months. And it was just, I don't know, the sense of fear, what people would think. But in the end, like, it came to, I wanted to do it. I'm doing it for me. It's making me happy. I'm having a lot of fun with it too. And hopefully providing you guys some valuable information as well. So, like, if you want to do something, if you want to start a project, if you want to chase your dreams, don't let fear hinder you. Just as long as you're doing it for you, jump in and just dive in head first to it, because quite honestly, that's the best way to do it. So that's my quote of the day. And yeah, guys, I think that burnout is, going back to kind of the topic of burnout, it's real. Don't neglect it either, because I think as an employee, it's not a good look. And a lot of these companies nowadays will have these employee programs to where if you're feeling burnt out, you can go chat with somebody, try and devise a plan to unburn yourself out, if that's even possible at that point. But yeah, so guys, I really appreciate you taking the time to listen. I guess this episode actually wasn't too much longer than usual. So like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you got, like I said, I'm always looking for feedback. This is still so new. So new to me, the podcast game, this little rant channel thing it's so new to me. But I'm loving it. I'm having a lot of fun. And yeah, if you think of any feedback, drop it in the comments. Think of any ideas you want me to talk about, drop it in the comments. Like I said, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.